Okay, so we have a brand new trailer for The Last of Us, the HBO Max TV show thing that they got going on. And yeah, it's a 2.5, just about 2.5 minute trailer. We're going to be seeing a lot more of this show, and the show is out in roughly a month, I think, something like that. No, in a few weeks. When is the show out? Oh, geez. It is yes, next month. Roughly about a month away. So let's see what ends up happening here. We got some Joel, we got some Ellie. We've probably seen some other characters in here. Yeah, I don't know anything about this trailer, so let's jump into it and do it. Let's check it out. Let's see how detailed and hopefully they keep the script going pretty good. I know that Neil Druckmann and like Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson, they're all involved with this in one form or another. So hopefully that will help out make this stay truer to the game than, like, let's say, like the Resident Evil show did, where the Resident Evil show is very, 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 very loosely based on alternative universe of events that happen with Resident Evil. Yeah, this is also made by the Chernobyl producers, I guess, or whatever. So that's I've heard a lot of good things about that show. I haven't watched that show. I should probably sit down and watch that one. But yeah, well, let's check this out. Let's see what happens. Oh, I got it muted. There we go.
If you don't think there's hope for the world,
Wow.
what's going on?
Wow.
You haven't seen the world, so you don't know. You keep going for family.
I'm not family.
No. You're cargo.
Yep. Okay.
Why are you so important?
Somewhere out west, they're working on a cure. I think what really impressed them was the fact that I didn't turn into a monster.
If she so much as twitches.
Okay. All right. That's. Yeah, this is the night when Ellie
If I'm taking
got
you with
bit.
me,
The
do
ladder.
what I say when I say it.
Okay, them clearing out.
Got any advice on the best way west?
Yeah, go east. You've come this far, then you know what's out there.
You're not gonna scare us.
Scared him?
Okay, some new scenes being added in.
You have a greater purpose than any of us could have ever imagined.
Really?
Be careful
Yeah,
who you put your
okay.
faith in.
That's. Yeah. The song that Ellie plays on the guitar.
She was someone's. You trust me?
Ellie getting captured. Okay. Ooh. Oh, the heavy bloaters. Oh man. Okay, there's a lot to unpack in this. What we're gonna do is just like a quick once over. So this is gonna be in town. Yeah, this looks great. Just wow. Wait, is this C? Oh man, it would have to be CGI with all the overgrown. Man, that looks good. That looks really good. Let's see what else we got here. So yeah, them in this is was it Washington? I do, or Seattle? Seattle, I do believe it is. Yeah, the night that all hell breaks loose. That's the first. That's actually Sarah, which I know it's a weird casting. That's the only one that I feel like is off in this is Sarah. And there's been a lot of, like, I know if you say anything like that, people are like, you're racist or whatever. It's not that. It's just it's an established character, and my viewpoint on it is Sarah should look a little more like Ellie in all honesty, because if you look at Sarah and you look at Ellie, those two characters look so much alike. That's the reason why he just, Joel just doesn't want to get close to Ellie at all, because he's already lost his daughter. He doesn't want to go there. He doesn't want to even think about, getting anywhere near anything like a father figure role to another kid, let alone another little girl. That's why he's like, your cargo and nothing else. Because Ellie I feel like the casting here, it's one of those Hollywood casting things. Again, I say the same thing about like the Resident Evil movie also, them changing up, what a character looks like, whether it be skin color or build or whatever. Just match it up to the game. Just don't switch it. It'd be like if Batman was all of a sudden an Asian character or something like that. It's weird. Or like James Bond is all of a sudden, like a Brazilian character or something. It's so weird, to try and change up established characters like that. It doesn't work really. And this is the only casting one that really gets, I'm just like, man, it's not so much that they change the skin color of the character. It's the fact that Ellie looks that way. They should have Sarah looking similar to her. I don't know. But every other casting on this, again, like people are like, well, what happens when people figure out that, Pedro isn't a white dude or whatever? I'm like, he fits the character. It's just that whole thing of like Ellie and her, it's the storyline wise that bugs me about that. Outside of that, everything looks pretty damn good though. Outside of that, yeah, I like all the other casting choices. And this is that's the night all hell breaks loose. So this is the scene right here that he's talking about her being cargo. That usually happened in a hallway rather than the car ride. So I wonder if they're going to be the whole road trip going across America to try and make it to the Fireflies camp, if we're going to see a lot of like car ride moments where they end up doing the dialogue back and forth, which would be a little bit different than the game. Again, like all these set pieces of them traveling from place to place, and everything is just overgrown, the vines, the moss, all those little attention to details like that. Great. It looks awesome. So this is, so that was a sewer scene. And then when they start getting out near the dam area, I do believe in Tommy. Wow. The jump scares. So that's one of the things that I'm kind of curious about, if they're going to try and go more jump scare with, because it's not interactive like the game is. So it's not like you can just have stuff jumping out of the wall and you're, and you try and shoot them and whatnot. The Last of Us is kind of more of an action game than it is a horror game. It is a horror survival, as people I always like to throw that in air quotes just to mess with everyone. It is a survival horror game, but it is so much of an action game. It's very kind of Resident Evil reminiscent in that fact. So, the bite looks a little okay. It's not quite as prominent as it was on the game, but it's getting the point across. If she so much as twitches, that's totally Ellie right there. That is very Ellie. Tess looks a little bit different too. I will say Tess also looks a little like. Where is the? Yeah, let me see a close up of Tess again. In this, yep. I don't know. She doesn't quite look as rugged. She looks more like Tess just seemed like she was. As soon as you see Tess, it's like, oh, she's a badass. Okay, so she can keep up with Joel. She can kick all kinds of ass. I'm not quite sure. Just off from first appearances on this, she looks like Joel's going to try and save her a couple times or something. Like she's not quite as badass looking as she did in the game. Again, it's a Hollywood thing. They're going to change stuff around a little bit. I guess it's fine. See what else. Of course, I'm a big fan of Last of Us, so I'm going to tear this thing apart with a fine tooth comb. But I'm also going to, I see what they're doing. It is very Hollywood. I've seen other movies and shows that don't. This looks good though. This looks good. The DLC where it is. Oh God, the names. you know, her and her girlfriend basically they're camping out in the bedroom. They're like, oh, let's go and run off to the mall and whatnot. Who knows if that's what's going to happen here, but that's what the original story was. And that's when they both get bits, and yeah, all that. It is. I am saying slight spoilers, but again, who knows? Like this. Again, this looks so good. This has to be CGI. There's no way it's not. There's no way so they built a bit of a set or something and with CGI in the background. Yeah. The whole like ladder going across. This scene was one of those scenes that everybody always comes back to and says that was one of the best scenes in like the beginning of the game. Just because you start to see Ellie go, oh, this is going to be a journey. This is going to be a trek, and it's that realization. And Joel just giving her that like, you wanted to go, let's go. So that's the subway tunnels. This is going to be all the subway tunnels. That's really cool that they kept that in there. Yep, those two are with them also in the subway tunnels. Then the chase through the city, where the Fireflies are trying to look for survivors and just killing everyone. Into the snow area here. So this is going to be a bit different where it's not just Ellie, shooting the rabbit. I wonder if they're going to do that, shoot the rabbit with the bow and arrow. The meme, if you know, you know. There is definitely, like, this is a brand new scene. Biological containment area. This is definitely all brand new stuff here. So that's going to be interesting to see where they go with the brand new scenes. If we might have a little bit of Last of Us 2 scenes mixed in there, possibly. But this is brand new for the show that they. A whole group of them on horseback. I would think they would save the Last of Us 2 stuff because Last of Us 2 is so much of its own story where Ellie's a little bit older and all the events that happen in Last of Us 2. I would think they would save that for like a season 2 possibly. So I think this is all going to be brand new stuff. Like this part here, that never happens in the game. So maybe they're going to try and show like humanity still trying to hang on or something. It's kind of the Last of Us, the Walking Dead vibes in with this. Be very interesting to see what's going on. Okay, this is the mall. Yeah, this is the mall. That's the arcade, I think. So the arcade scene is going to be in there. That's going to be interesting. Yep. 100%. The arcade scene is in there. Them driving by all the house. Yeah. What? Or are they going to have a scene where it's like, I wonder if this is just outside the sewers where they're taking temperatures of everyone, or if this is going to be like trying to do like a flashback of, Joel's having that flashback instead of like, I've been here, I've done this, and this did not end well. I wonder if it's going to be a kind of a scene like that. Yep. So Joel getting hit pretty hard and badly, wounded very badly, and Ellie having to go through and find the medicine for him. That's still there. Yep. That's okay. First look at the asshole that runs, the little encampment there where he holds her hostage and all. That scene is going to be, man, if they hit that scene the way that Troy and Ashley did on the game. Yeah, right there. So, oh shit, talk about Troy. There he is. There. Oh wow. So Troy is part of. Funny enough, a fun little fact in the game. This guy is actually played by Nolan North, the one who plays Nathan Drake and well, yeah, like Troy and Nathan. They both was in Uncharted 4 as Troy being the brother and Nathan being or Nolan being Nathan. So yeah, that's a cool little cameo spot. Okay, to put it into the cannibals camp. Throw them in there. People just barely turning. We're seeing that. Yeah, there's gonna be there's gonna be some cool stuff. I love that they have the acoustic spot in the logo too that keeps up. That is the actual game's theme in the logo spot right here where this acoustic. That's awesome hearing that in there. And of course we got the bloaters with the head all broken up and everything. That looks pretty good. I'm wondering just how much of this might be practical effects and if they're going to go more practical or CGI with it. It'd be very interesting to see just how they end up doing that. I would think they're probably going to take some hints because Stranger Things, the design of like Vecna and all the vines and the tentacles stuff and everything that they got going on, it's very reminiscent of The Last of Us. So I'm wondering if they're going to actually take some notes off from Stranger Things to make this look as good as it does. It can, I should say. Plus, also they got an HBO budget, so they can do a little bit of CGI with it, or they can, if they want to go practical effects with it. Hopefully they got somebody that I do believe the producer that did Chernobyl does a little bit more practical effects than they do CGI on everything. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see how everything turns out. That's like the one thing about the Resident Evil show that wasn't bad was the whole thing of the look of it was all right. So yeah, that's the Last of Us teaser, or not the teaser, but the actual trailer. I can't wait to check it out. I'm definitely going to be doing a full-on Let's Talk on. It will be a spoiler-filled Let's Talk as soon as I can see the show, and I will definitely be doing a full-on like review of the whole thing and what my thoughts on it and all that stuff. And I might end up having a special guest with that one too. So yeah, be on the lookout for it. Anyways, it looks pretty good. I can't wait to see what they do, all the stuff that they add, what they might change. I'm wondering where Ashley Johnson's gonna have a cameo appearance in this. Ellie from the game. We just saw Troy there they snuck him into the trailer. Okay. I wonder if like Nolan North might have a cameo even in there, somewheres. But yeah, looks good. So like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. You know what to do. And if you want to see my playthroughs of The Last of Us, they are on the channel. I do believe, I can't remember which playthroughs I have. I definitely have the original like remaster version of The Last of Us, and I think I have the remake version also, and then also the rebuilt for PS5 version, I should say. And I also have the Last of Us 2, my original first run with all the stuff that goes on with that one. It's all on the YouTube channel, so go and check out the YouTube channel for all that stuff. So anyways, that's going to do it. That's going to wrap it up. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. And as always, I will see you next time.